Welcome to our channel Storm Rider. The 2026 KDX-III Batch-II Aegis Destroyer represents the next generation of South Korea's blue water naval capabilities, a vessel designed not only to defend its own maritime borders but also to contribute meaningfully to Allied operations on the high seas. At first glance, it looks like a sleek, futuristic warship with clean lines and a powerful presence, but beneath its modern exterior lies an incredible blend of technology, engineering, and tactical versatility. This ship builds on the legacy of the first KDX-III destroyers while incorporating lessons learned from years of operational experience and advancements in naval warfare. For viewers who may not be familiar with naval jargon, think of this destroyer as a floating fortress combined with a high-tech computer center, capable of intercepting threats from the sky, sea, and even space, while coordinating with other assets across the globe. One of the most important features of the Batch-II upgrade is its integration of the latest Aegis Combat System. This isn't just a simple radar and weapons package, it's essentially the brain of the ship, linking together sensors, weapons, and data from Allied forces into one seamless system. With the Spy-1 radar system being replaced by the more powerful AN/SPY-1DV and upgraded versions, the ship can track hundreds of targets simultaneously, from small drones buzzing near the surface to ballistic missiles streaking through the upper atmosphere. This makes the destroyer a key player in ballistic missile defense, a role that's becoming increasingly vital given the evolving threats in East Asia. For the layperson, imagine the ship acting like an advanced air traffic control system, but instead of guiding planes safely, it's identifying threats and deciding the best way to eliminate them before they come close. The ship's weaponry is equally impressive and reflects its multi-role mission. At the heart of its firepower are the vertical launch systems, essentially large banks of missile silos embedded into the deck of the ship. These allow it to launch a wide variety of missiles, from long-range surface-to-air missiles capable of defending against aircraft and incoming missiles, to anti-submarine weapons and land attack cruise missiles. This versatility means the destroyer isn't locked into one job. It can defend against hostile jets, hunt down submarines, or strike enemy bases far inland. For a modern navy, this level of flexibility is critical because conflicts today rarely stay in one domain. They tend to span air, sea, land, and cyberspace simultaneously. From a design perspective, the Batch-II Aegis Destroyer has been refined for stealth and survivability. Its hull and superstructure feature angles and materials designed to reduce radar cross-section, making it harder for enemy radars to detect. For someone outside of naval circles, think of it as giving a massive warship a form of camouflage. While not invisible, it's significantly harder to spot and track. In addition, the ship has advanced electronic warfare suites that allow it to jam enemy sensors, decoy incoming missiles, and confuse adversaries. This creates a layered defense system where the destroyer doesn't just rely on armor or counter-fire but can actively manipulate the battlespace around it to stay safe. The propulsion system is another area where performance shines. The Batch-II destroyer employs a combined gas turbine arrangement, giving it both high speed and excellent maneuverability. With a top speed exceeding 30 knots, it can rapidly reposition in combat or keep pace with fast carrier strike groups. Range is also substantial, allowing the vessel to operate for extended periods without refueling, which is essential for long deployments in the Pacific Ocean. The propulsion system is also designed for efficiency and reduced noise, making it harder for submarines to track. For viewers who may not think about propulsion much, it's worth noting that a ship of this size, displacing over 10,000 tons, being able to sprint across the sea at those speeds is a remarkable feat of engineering. Onboard living conditions and crew management have also been improved compared to earlier models. South Korea has invested in automation systems, which means the destroyer requires fewer crew to operate despite being larger and more capable. This reduces personnel costs, improves efficiency, and allows more comfortable conditions for sailors. The ship is equipped with modern command and control centers that look more like futuristic operations hubs than traditional naval bridges, with digital displays, advanced communications, and ergonomic layouts. This is important because long deployments can be grueling, and having modern systems not only makes operations smoother but also helps reduce fatigue and errors. Perhaps one of the unique selling points of the KDX-III Batch-II is its role as a symbol of South Korea's independent defense capability. While heavily integrated with U.S. systems and compatible with Allied operations, this destroyer represents Seoul's ability to produce world-class warships domestically. The shipyard innovations and the local defense industry's involvement ensure that South Korea can sustain and expand its fleet without relying entirely on foreign suppliers. This gives the country strategic flexibility, both militarily and politically. For audiences watching from a geopolitical perspective, this destroyer is more than just a ship. It's a statement of intent that South Korea is ready to take on a greater role in regional security. The destroyer also integrates future-proofing elements. Its combat system has been designed with modularity in mind, allowing upgrades to sensors, missiles, and cyber defense tools as technology evolves. Naval technology advances quickly, and ships can remain in service for decades, so having a platform that can adapt is crucial. For example, the ship has provisions for potential integration with directed energy weapons like lasers or electromagnetic railguns down the line, which are emerging technologies that could revolutionize naval warfare. Even if these systems are not operational yet, the fact that the destroyer has space and power reserves to accommodate them shows long-term planning. Performance in joint operations is another highlight. The Aegis system is designed for networked warfare, meaning this destroyer can operate as part of a coalition, sharing data instantly with US and Japanese Aegis ships, or with aircraft and satellites overhead. This real-time information exchange gives commanders a complete picture of the battlespace, allowing them to react faster and more effectively than an isolated vessel could. In simple terms, it's like being part of a team where everyone shares the same vision and plays to their strengths, rather than each ship working blindly on its own. In terms of size and displacement, the KDX-III Batch-II is comparable to some of the largest destroyers in the world, putting it on par with American Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers or Japanese Maya-class ships. This is significant because not all navies operate ships of this scale, many stick to smaller frigates or corvettes. By building ships of this caliber, South Korea signals its intention to operate not just near its shores but far out at sea, protecting trade routes, joining international task forces, and responding to crises anywhere they may arise. Overall, the 2026 KDX-III Batch-II Aegis Destroyer is more than just an upgrade, it's a leap forward in naval capability. It combines state-of-the-art radar and missile systems, flexible mission loadouts, stealth features, and future readiness, all wrapped in a platform designed for efficiency and crew effectiveness. For the technically minded viewer, it's fascinating to see how different systems integrate seamlessly, while for the general audience, the takeaway is that this ship is a guardian of the seas, capable of defending against nearly any threat. Whether viewed as a military asset, an engineering achievement, or a geopolitical tool, the Batch-II Aegis Destroyer embodies the cutting edge of modern naval warfare.